hosting that national championship trophy. This test is a matchup we cannot wait to see unfold. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. This is the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, part of the college football playoff. We see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. We are almost there. Time to find out who'll be headed to the national championship game.
Establish it. Nice pitch here and a big game for the offense.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 48. First down play here. The throw, it's Jones. On the move now. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Second down after that previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And it's intercepted. He can go. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. Pick, especially on the opening drive.
They're going to the air in the first play. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a game there.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Signs the quick throw. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Going to throw for it on third and short. That's big. They convert on third and set him up first down from the 32.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, give him the ball.
Tackle made to the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Offense does a really nice job of timing up this screen pass, using the defense's aggression against them here. The back's able to navigate his way for a first down.
Here's the handoff. Right step on. Touchdown, Georgia, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. The runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down. Ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Got momentum at the recording that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Madison offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contained. And that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Some strong run defense there makes it 2nd and 10 now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Jones. Looking for his big tight end. He's wide open. Look out. Tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
After one explosive play, the offense suddenly moves inside the opponent's 45. Out of the shotgun, will hand it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down play coming up. And now they'll run it on the draw. As the first down is still going. They stop him, but it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And the Dukes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. It's a toss play to the right. Breaks an open space. He's in the clear. Touchdown, James Madison. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play, and here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Georgia offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And the freshman makes an excellent catch and run there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So quickly, one explosive play, this offense has moved inside the opponent's 40. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And now the handoff. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
But quickly, they bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time with good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
It's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. QB keeper all the way. And they pick up the first out at the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfect. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. Now you've got another chance at points.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll throw it here on 2nd down. shoulder mark over the middle. It's Willingham. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out.
Homer's all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And they tack on the extra point. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 20.
Entering settings screen, you have 29 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Yard line. Here comes the Dukes offense back on the field now. A beautiful balanced drive. Reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Breaking free at the 35. They're tackling at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The run picks up first down yardage. A fresh set of downs for this offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love how the quarterback takes his time on that ride to the back. I thought he might have to pull it out, but he hung on, gave it to the back, and it paid off for a nice gain.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a first and 10. Run quickly, caught in the right flat. Finds room at the 30. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
The Dukes getting set on first and 10. Here's a good throw off the play fake. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
And the Dukes looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. Put on the ground on first and goal. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't know what the quarterback saw. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss. It's an option look. The quarterback keeps it on the option. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Well, not a whole lot of options there for the quarterback. Ends up trying to pitch it out, gets some yards, but not enough for the first down.
Top so far, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes. This college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in the last possession. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
That's a fly to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's in the clear. At the 10 now. Touchdown, James Madison. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow. And they move into the lead here in this semifinal. And the interception taken to the house. A big 6 potential game-changing play there.
And nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Grab behind the line, and it's Fisher.
Chris, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Here's a throw underneath the tight end. They finally catch the freshman after beating the defense on the chase.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
Now it's 2nd down here. Handing off on the draw play. He's swarmed by the defense.
Great response by this offense after losing all those yards. Now they got a chance here on 3rd down. You run the football, find a lane, pick up a good chunk, and now they have a chance here on this 3rd and medium.
Trying to create here on the move. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. The back's got it. Runs through the defender. Goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And the point after is good. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. back out there now. A little bit of miser and urgency early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaking free at the 35. Tackled but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time.
And the defense, it's all about assignment football. Somebody's got to be able to account for the quarterback, which they do. Nobody's left for the pitch man. Good job by this offense picking up some positive yards.
Breaking free at the 35. Jukes to get past the man. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. The tight end makes the grab. Brought down at the 7. Conclusion moves him closer to the goal line.
Boy, tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. They just have to be smart.
Second down and goal upcoming. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Back to pass. It's Jones. Screen to the wide receiver. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Dukes.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possession. On first and 10, looking to throw. Running back grabs it on the screen. He's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. But he stopped short of the first down. Completion makes it second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Up for a first down at the 37.
Great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Receiver in motion now. Hot pass on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run, but corralling for no gain.
Well, the defense is ready for that one. Good job of being able to hold the edge to this defense, showing the speed that they needed to bring him down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Trying to get the throw off. He'll just throw that one away to avoid what would have been a sack.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Picked off. Could take it all the way. He's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Big throw caught on the left side. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
The offense now operating in empty. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Jones. He's got it in the open. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12 for red zone opportunity. It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. The Dukes are in the red zone. Oh, here comes the reverse.
loss of 4. The backside rules for defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. They were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Defense swarms them on that first down play. Now they come up 2nd and 15 after the loss. At the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Looking to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, James Madison.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So they're putting up the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. One again, ripping through the defense.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll stop at the 34. That will be a first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick route. And gaining enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball in time.
First down. They're going to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. He'll try to use his legs here. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain.
Good awareness here by this defense, keeping their eyes on the quarterback, knowing that he's a potential threat. That time before he can get out, they keep him to a short gain.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Makes the grab. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Georgia getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Hand it off for a draw. He'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Oh, man, I really like the route here by this wide receiver. Does a nice job of separating, creates some space there. The quarterback, unfortunately, just puts that ball too far out in front of him.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. It comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. The 30. At the 20. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Dukes.
again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point makes the lead 18 now. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Looks like the offense content to run the clock out here and go to halftime. Talk about the second half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Dukes will kick this away to begin the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Offense is back out on the field. After falling way behind in the first half, they need to find a spark right now to cut into this big lead. Pass rush gets home.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
The screen pass complete to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
We're going to throw it on third and very long. We're going to pull it down and run. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a fourth down call. Dogs look to convert here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And we're able to get him down.
We're in the age of the mobile quarterback, and you saw it right there. The ability to scramble out of the pocket, extend the play, and make passes like that is invaluable to the offense.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You've got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback delivers quickly. A receiver on the screen. That game moves the ball to the 17. First down.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff. Working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Dukes will line up now. It's first and goal. Back to throw. It's Jones. Looks toward the sideline. Finds the running back. Touchdown, James Madison. And the route is on. Just a brilliant game from this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, you need you got to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
down the field. Let's see if they can recover from that here. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
The important 3rd down play coming up. Tight end goes in motion. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He'll earn the 1st down, but paid for it with a hard hit.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Graham behind the line. It's Willingham. He's found some room at the 45. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
The Bulldogs pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. The only problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. It's a draw play. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. There's the snap. He's looking to throw. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Because I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offensive coordinator, you hit a ball, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. And the Dukes will bring their punt team onto the field. And surprisingly, this is the 1st punt of the game for either team. Returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything, and they put together something here.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
That completion sets up a 3rd down play. It's a draw. Tackle tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
He just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a strong stiff arm. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down to the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Double digits in the second half. We're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Looking downfield. It's Jones. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They stop him, but not before he reaches the 35. This offense really threatening now. The first and 10 play coming up for the offense.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
They finally make the tackle, and he gets all the way to the 14.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
Short running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out of space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards. You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catch. But what do you do after the offense makes a reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone in the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They stopped him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Tackle, but first down.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
Looking to throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Morton. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Kirk, it's James James Madison in front right now. These playoff games, we certainly hope for a much more competitive battle. A shot at the national championship on the line. That has not been the case here so far. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he'll drop back here on third down. On the move now. It's the running back in the flat. Brought for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Receiver makes the catch. Oh, they stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution. That's an important first down on that running play. They're going to run it. That gets the carry.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
And this defense is already struggling to defend the pass. I think their eyes are in the backfield. They're worried about where's the next pass play, and now they got to deal with the option. A lot to deal with against this offense.
The Dukes line it up with first and goal. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Ball spotted at the 5 for this third and goal play. And the offense just takes a knee here. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. He was on target the first time. This is a chip shot from just 23 yards out. Makes it look easy. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion at the big tight end. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the catch downfield. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's an out route, the catch made. Touchdown, Georgia. Great connection there for 6 points.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offensive coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. Here comes the James Madison offense back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time, had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Got the first down and still motoring. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. There's a pre-snap movement, back in motion. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Leading on the run game here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. It's a keeper. Throws out the stiff arm. They get it down to the junior with an excellent run there.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. Keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Are we seeing this correctly? The field goal unit is out there on first down. I have no idea what the thinking is here. He knocks it through with confidence. And they add to their lead. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? Inside the 10. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Dogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he makes it in. The 2-point conversion inching the score a little bit closer now.
Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Here comes the Duke's offense back on the field now. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the punting team is on the field. Do they know that it's first down? The coverage team lets the ball roll dead.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
Flips it to the back across the middle. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made on the left side. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Fires into the wideout. He's got it with room to run. tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw again. He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
My gosh, Chris, it's been a rough night for this offense and this poor quarterback. Took a shot there as he released the ball, and the defense is just teeing off on it here late in these obvious drop-back situations.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Out of bounds, about a yard short of the mark for a turnover on downs.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Not sure I've seen this before. It's 2nd down, and out comes punting. A low line drive, ugly punt. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 42. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking for a late, deep throw. Oh, what a grab! They finally make the tackle all the way down to the 32. Dogs will crank up the tempo. And looking to throw now on 1st down. He escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
And even outside of the pocket, this quarterback's having trouble finding guys downfield. They are in desperation mode right now and still can't seem to get it together.
And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. On the run, he'll let it go. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And now it's victory formation. Quarterback will just kneel down.